Let's talk. Apparently, Vergil Ortiz and Lubin could happen. Vergil Ortiz Sr., he'd always the first one to say, oh, it ain't true. And, they trying to fight Xander Zayas. So that's their aim. Zayas they said they sent the offer to Zayas. Zayas said he reposted the offers or the email saying it's not a real offer. And, demanding 50-50 and, the venue. And it's like, damn, how can you demand all that and Xander Zayas as a champion? And Vergil Ortiz ain't show that much initiative to fight Mazaliev. And Turkey said he offered big money for people to fight Mazaliev. Lubin, it was going to purse bid, so maybe Turkey wasn't involved. Maybe Turkey wasn't involved for the Lubin situation. I can't tell you that. I can't tell you if he wasn't involved in that situation or not. But yeah, it just seemed like, everybody, he could have fought Fondora or Mazaliev, it sounded like, according to Mauricio Suleiman on Fondora. He didn't fight him. And now he fighting Lubin, and really he trying to fight Xander Zayas and get an easy title. I doubt if they put Zayas in the ring with him. But, Lubin and Vergil is a good fight. Call it the Mazaliev Duck Bowl. I assume they fight, 8 days before Vergil and before Fondora and Keith Thurman. So I'm assuming that the winner between Lubin and Ortiz and Fondora and Thurman, they probably gonna clash sometime in 2026. So could get a Lubin Fondora rematch, could get a scintillating matchup of Vergil Ortiz and Fondora Thurman. Thurman, or you can get Lubin versus, Thurman, a fight that I don't think anybody ever thought would actually happen. The Gunshine State fight, both from Florida. So never really thought about that fight or gave it much thought. So, honestly, but yeah, Vergil Ortiz, man, every time they put in there with a name that could be a threat, his daddy always come out and debunk it. Oh no, we aren't fighting him, and I didn't agree to anything. And it's just like, we get it, bro. Y'all ain't gonna never fight nobody, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people felt like he lost his last 2 fights. I felt like he lost his last 2 fights. Vergil Ortiz, when is he gonna get a title shot? It's been 9 years. At the end of July, he ain't touched the title. He could fight Mazaliev. Sound like he could have fought Fondora. He chose to go another route. Really, I want to fight Thurman. I want to fight Errol Spence. I want to fight Jermell Charlo. Everybody but, guys that people want to see fight. Everything but a title. Everything but a title. That's the crazy shit about it. It's everything but a title. He be the first one. No, I ain't doing that. I ain't fighting him. Hell no. You'd be like, all right, bro. He'd be like, all right, man. Like every time. And then when Bud about to fight Canelo, he talking about, yeah, I've talked to Crawford and how you want to fight. Man, you bust him at 47. Now you want to be tough. Hey, Golden Boy is just, they are the masters of an illusion. Ain't no illusion. Everybody know what's up, man. Vergil Ortiz is straight up pussy, and that's just what it is. A Duxican, a pussykin. He ain't on shit, dog. That nigga know he not good. He know he ain't shit. Because if he felt he was good and he went through what he went through at 40 without a title, he went through what he went through at 47, he'd be dying to get a title shot. He don't believe in it. He don't believe in himself. Just like the rest of the Golden Boy a roster. A bunch of frauds. A bunch of frauds. So can he beat Lubin? Yeah, absolutely he could beat Lubin. Can he lose Lubin? Absolutely he could be losing Lubin. But going on a decade in, he ain't never contended for a title throughout 3 weight classes. You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? And will he ever? Before you know it, he's going to be at 160. You know? So, but, as far as that fight, Lubin just got to use his athleticism, jab, combination punches, footwork. Don't stay in front of him. Don't stand in front of him. Don't stay in front of him. Either you be smothering, or you moving, or you be sliding out the side door. Don't make it a punch for punch type fight. Lubin, use your God-given attributes, your footwork, your hand speed. Don't worry about hurting them. Worry about landing and getting out. Frustrating him. He loved it when you throw combinations. He loved the ball up. Throw them combinations. Pivot out, make them reset, run them again. Work that jab, touch that body. I fought Vergil Ortiz. That'd be the main thing I would work on is just body work. This is a dude who had a serious illness, a dude that had problems cutting weight, making weight. First thing I'm doing, I'm going in, I'm banging the drum. I'm banging the drum. That's the first thing that I'm doing. Going to that body. It's just me. But I think it's a good matchup. It's a good card. I don't know if it's going to be on the zone or it's going to be on PBC. But I think it's a scintillating matchup, honestly. I mean, 2 clashes. Vergil Ortiz like to come forward. Lubin like to come forward. Got some boxing ability. They both can box a little bit. I think it'll be an interesting fight, honestly. I think it'll be a real interesting fight. I do it for the culture. So, but honestly, it's just not a cakewalk for Vergil Ortiz. He might look at, Lubin been knocked out, he been hurt, he lost before, he knocked out a couple times, and think it's an easy lick. But Lubin can punch. Lubin is hungry to get a title. It blows my mind that they just don't want to fight Mazaliab. What if it was just like Tim Tszyu not being who we thought he was, or not being 100% healthy or something like that? That's the wild thing about it. What if it's that? That man, they heard that man say, I knocked him out with a broken hand. Or whatever, hurt hand. They like, nah. So they like, nah. But Ortiz and Lubin, and then the next week, Fondora and Thurman, that's good money. And hopefully Lubin and Ortiz is on for the Frisky. I wonder they're probably going to fight in Texas, probably. Hopefully it's for the Frisky. Everybody else getting away from pay-per-view. Here come PBC. More pay-per-view, more pay-per-view. More pay-per-view, more pay-per-view. We want the more pay-per-view, more pay-per-view. And it'd be so crazy, man. It's like you could just tell PBC is on this last limb. But we'll see. But I think Vergil win this fight. If he win this fight versus Lubin, I don't think he gonna fight Fondora next. He gonna have some excuse. I got abdomyosis. I got oleo. Yeah, I'm telling you, he gonna come up with some other excuse. I promise you. He gonna come up with some other excuse. It's not to fight Fondora. I'm telling you. It's gonna be some wild excuse. So, but I think it's a good back-to-back card. I'm assuming that Lubin and Ortiz card going on his own. But him trying to pick on Xander Zayas, I mean, that kind of lets you know something. Trying to get an easy belt, but Bob ain't gonna let that happen. Not so fast. And they like They sent the offer for pay-per-view. I'm like, man, Ortiz, you ain't even never won a title. Like, you ain't even got no fans. People might be like, oh, you like this? I don't know the guy. I don't dislike him either. I'm looking at the moves that he making. It's like, it's giving Ducks again vibes. But hey, it is what it is. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Hit the link tree. You can find me everywhere. Peace.